Perfect. Okay. Well, welcome everybody to our Zoom meeting. I cannot believe it is the 16th of October already. This year is just absolutely flying, isn't it? Into our last week now of the period, so everybody big push now for those bonuses of your choice. If you can just go through the slide. So those of you that are new, we get together as the Matrix group on a Monday night. We've got a great agenda for this evening. Always going to start with our recognition because it is one of the most important parts of this business, I believe. Looking and seeing what other people can achieve gives you the belief in this business of what's possible. And we have some great recognition tonight, so we always start with our recognition. I'm going to give you some updates on dates for your diary so you can get yourself organised. We have a great testimonial from Rachel Kellett, who's going to share her inspirational story with us so far. And then Claire is going to be taking us through her training, which is, are you taking your team to the top? So I've seen the slides for this. I'm really excited. Claire, what are you doing? Making me go dizzy. Go on. And then we'll have a review and chat for anybody that wants to ask any questions. So let's get started with our recognition. Absolutely fantastic. We've got 60 people achieving their welcome rewards, so absolutely phenomenal. I'm going to very quickly run through everybody on here because I think the welcome rewards are probably one of the most important parts of our recognition because it's the first steps of your success in this business. It also shows that we have some excellent coaches and sponsors that are helping you to achieve these rewards. So for those of you that are new, we've got welcome rewards that are available in your first 60 days in the business. The first target is £150 in your first 30 days. Your second target is £600 in your first 30 days. And then your third target is £120 in the first 60 days. And it can be all one big order or it can be lots of little ones. It really doesn't matter. But for when you reach these targets, the company will provide you with free catalogues and dropship credits, which get you off then to an even faster start in your business. So receiving their welcome rewards one so far for period 11, we've got Chanel, Jennifer, Bethan, Vicky, Gail, Aidan, Becky, Liam, Ramandeep, Dayon, Rachel, Lorraine, Kirsty, Sherry, is it? Sorry. Katie, Bianca, Richard, Samantha, Tracy, Sarah, Michael, Amanda, Sharon, and I know there's another one down there. I can't quite see it, Claire. Can you see the one under Sharon?
There's two under Sharon. There's Rachel Parker and Chloe Williams.
Okay, and I might need your help in a minute then when we finish the next row. We've got Sarah, Abigail, Ashley, Marad, Kelly, Kimberly, Joy, Martina, Melanie, Sarah, Janine, Anna, Kelly, Lowry, Amy, Rebecca, Jodie, Ashley, Emma, Victoria, Laura, Ellen, Gary, and
Melanie.
Fantastic. Well done to everybody there for getting your welcome rewards one. Keep pushing now for welcome rewards two. So it's moving up. It's still making sure that you're on target in those first 30 days. Then getting welcome rewards 1 and 2, we've got Tracy and Claire. So well done, you've already got both of those. So you're now moving on up to your third one. We've also got receiving their welcome rewards 2 for this period, Denise, Rebecca, Leanne, Lisa, Lacey and Sean and Sarah. So well done, guys. We're at welcome rewards 3 and then are achieved by Susan, Stacey, Sarah and Hayley. So well done, everybody. It's great to see so many names getting their welcome rewards. Things are back into momentum this period, so it's really great to see. So our personal retail charts then, so this is people's personal sales that they've achieved on their own without a team. In first place, there's myself and Andrew. We've done £2,018 so far this period. And for those of you that are new, we do all of that from catalogues, and we built our customer base 10 years ago. So we've been in the business 11 years. Yes, we've continued to do our bits of blanket drop-in and expanding that customer base, but that is an income producing asset that keeps producing sales year in and year out. So it's well worth blanket dropping and building yourself a customer base. So in second place, Kira over in Ireland. Well done, Kira, with €1,772. With John and Carol Woodward in third place with 1,355. Beating her best ever, I believe, this period, Joe Warman, absolutely smashing it, £1,175 in the 1,000 club, Joe, fantastic. We've got Bevan Paul with 1,066, Peter Hooker with 1,011, Sarah in seventh place with the 970, Una with 962 in eighth place, Paul Grine in ninth place with 882. In 10th place, we've got Danielle with 857. Now, the top 10 have already personally reached their 10% bonus level there. So who else is on here going to join them in the personal retail of 10% and above? Nearly there, Harriet and Alistair in 11th place with 732. We've got Rachel and James in 12th place with 695. Very close here in 13th place, Keeley with 694. Lisa and Sean, who've just started blanket dropping now, they've settled back in England, so they are now in pounds, so 610. Lisa, well done. We've got John and Julie Marshall with 587. We've got 16th place Sarah with 561. Jane and Andrew Hogan with 525. In 18th place, we've got Emma Weaver. That's a new name for me, so well done, Emma. Is that you on here tonight with the little baby? Well done. Well done for getting in the top 20. Well, I've lost my place now. 19th place, we've got Anna Matthewman with 483. And in 20th place, we've got Tracy with 475. So well done, everybody. I think we have 207 people placing orders this period. So to get in the top 20 is really, really good. So well done. This now is our top businesses, okay, for period 11 so far. The Matrix Group as a whole, so all of our sales put together, £46,606, and not forgetting the 63 pence. So well done, guys, absolutely amazing. In first place then, it's first and second place jointly, we've got Helen and Paul Wilson and Chris and Claire Kinsella with £35,070.89. For some of you that might not know, Helen and Paul have just recently lost Paul's mum, so things are a little bit difficult at the moment there. So our thoughts are with them at this time, and you know, they will be getting back into the swing of things as soon as things have settled down. In third place, we've got Rachel and James Folger. Team Folger have turned over £14,922. We've got Team Consistency with Hannah as a leader with 8,185. Samantha and Darren in fifth place with £6,114. Kirby and Ian with 6,048. Harriet and Alistair with the Dream Team, I think they're called now, 5,970. Well done, guys. I'm loving seeing your new business sales today. Well done, all of those new starters are putting on lots of orders. Great coaching. We've got in eighth place Alison and Jean they're over in Ireland, so it's 6,514.65. Joint 8th place or 9th place is Sinead and Darren, again with 6,514.65. In 10th place, we've got Francis Farry with €6,405. In 11th place, absolutely smashing this period, Joe. I think I've seen you on here this evening. Well on track for the 18%, jumping up 2 levels up the pay plan. Momentum's taking its certainly taking your business by storm this period. 3,632. It just shows that those new team members coming through and the coaching skills that are going on there absolutely made up for you, Joe. In 12th place, we've got Claire and Mark Pemberton with 3,098. I don't know why the number's not there. What's happened there? Oh, it has. 13th place, we've got Stacey with 3,023. 14th place, we've got Bev and Paul Story, 2,949. Kira in 15th place, well done, with €3,671. In 16th place, we've got Kathy and Jeff with 2,842. In 17th place, we've got Sophie Pym with 1,802. Claire Littlejohn in 18th place with 1,726. Natalie and Mark in 19th place with 1,633. And in 20th place, well done, Kelly Martin with £1,590. So well done, everyone there, for getting into the top 20. And our next slide, Claire. So let's have a look at our top recruiters for period 11. Well, my word, we're back in the swing. Things are certainly into momentum. Jo Warman, I cannot believe this lady. She's already signed in 13 people.
15 she's on now.
15? Oh my God. We can obviously only show the figures that are on the tracker, so it's not going to show any that you've brought in sort of today. But absolutely awesome, Jo. It's just amazing what you're achieving here. 15 new people already in your team. Absolutely fantastic. We've got Rachel and James with 11, Harriet and Alistair with 9, Claire and Mark with 7, Hannah and Lewis with 6, Kelly Martin with 4, and then with 3 we've got Chris and Claire, Bev and Paul, Kira and Tom, Cheryl Pennington, Sarah Jane, and John and Julie. John and Julie, I think I've seen Julie on here tonight. Well done, guys, because I know this is your first period really sort of seriously sponsoring, and 3 in your first period is absolutely awesome. We had a really good chat to John at the Scottish Millionaires meeting on Saturday, so great to see you on here. We've got Rachel and Mark, Kirsty, Katie, Natalie, Annette, and is there anybody else, Claire, under Annette?
Sarah Hinchcliffe.
Okay, all got 2 new team members. And then we've got Natalie, Mary, Leslie, Rachel, Hazel, Keith and Sam, Trudy, Salmon, Marie and Lisa, all with 1. A total of 92 new team members this period. We've now got 1,046 new team members so far for 2017. Absolutely fantastic. No wonder this team's rocking and rolling. Okay, Claire, next slide. So we've had the end of the qualification period for Krakow. Already in qualification for this amazing trip that has been postponed till next year now. We've got Chris and Claire Kinsella trophy winners, so we knew that they'd qualified at the beginning of this year, but joining them now we've got Harriet and Alistair, Rachel and James and ourselves. And you know what? There's going to be a new criteria being open. So who's going to join us on this amazing trip to Krakow next autumn? We've then got our Las Vegas tables. So any of you that are new that want to know about these trips that are available, please speak to your sponsor. There is a criteria in place. They're open to anybody that's prepared to work hard for a short period of time if they really feel that it's worth it. So we've got Rachel and James in our golden seniors charts. We've got ourselves and Chris and Claire moving up those executive league tables. We've got people that are primed and ready to move up that sales plan, the sales plan success, and you never know who's going to win that prize draw. So, you know, it'd be fantastic to get as many people as we can coming on that trip. Okay, Claire, next slide. So let's move then on to our dates for your diary. For those of you that are new, every Monday it's our Matrix Zoom meeting. On a Tuesday, the Vista Group run a business opportunity presentation. This week it is in the Spanish one, but in English, if that makes sense. So if you know anybody over in Spain and you want somebody to present the opportunity and explain it to you, to them for you on your behalf, then you can use this as a business tool, so somebody explains exactly how it works over in Spain for you. We've got some leadership and lifestyle training coming up on Thursday with the Vista Group, and we will put the information for you into the group so that you can go on to the webinar, but just put the dates in your diary for now. And then on Saturday, we've got our next Matrix Momentum meeting over in Runcorn. I'm going to give you a bit more detail about that. Our next meeting is Saturday, and the one after that is the 18th of November, just so that you've got your dates. We've got the Vista Group Rally and Christmas Party over in Peterborough on the 9th of December. And then we have our New Year's Showcase on the 6th of January at the ICC in Birmingham, followed by our Summer Showcase in June at the Cheltenham Racecourse, and our Christmas Showcase and Gala Dinner for 2018 on the 1st of September. Now, I know we're going a little bit ahead here, but it's always great to get these dates in your diary, get your hotels booked so that the prices don't go up, and, you know, make sure that you've got your babysitters in place and everything, because these events are just not to be missed. As it says at the bottom, the more you learn about this business, the more you'll earn. You know, it's so much about inspiration, motivation, and knowledge that's going to help you to build this business and give you the future that you want. Okay, our next slide then. So just a bit more information on the Matrix Momentum meeting. The meetings are held at the Preston Brook Village Hall, and that's at Sandy Lane at Preston Brook in Runcorn. We start our meetings very, very promptly at 2 o'clock, so if you can arrive for 1:45 so that we can get you seated and ready, and the meeting then finishes at 5:30. The entry fee for the meeting, so we all contribute towards the hall, £3.50 per distributor if it's paid in advance. So if you want to get it at the reduced rate, please pay in advance via the PayPal link, and this is in the group. It is £5 at the door, and this is just so that we can help organise things. We've got other leaders now joining us in the network, so we need to know for numbers, we need to know for commitment to handouts and seating arrangements and things, so it really helps us just sort of with the planning. If you can let us know if you are coming, that's fantastic. And it really is an opportunity for us to share and learn and have fun and build our businesses together. You know, we're really sort of excited. We're going to be having an exciting raffle. So we've got some raffle prizes. We have got the 1K Club prize draw as well. So there is a box of K-Life catalogues as a prize for anybody that does over £1,000 that attends the meeting. Your name will be put in a draw to win the box of catalogues. And we've also got a prize for the person that attends the meeting that has the top activations for the period as well. So you've got to be there to win the prize, I'm afraid. So, you know, if you want to win the prize, then please join us. And then after the meeting, we have the early bird menu at the Beef Eater at Preston Brook, where we go after the meeting and have a sizzle, a bite to eat, a chance to sort of chat and sizzle, get to know one another a bit better, ask any questions. But if anybody's got any questions about that, please let us know. We have got an event set up in the Matrix group. Let us know if you can make the meeting, and obviously if you'd like to pay via the PayPal link, then that will help us to get things organised as well. And I think that's me done, Claire.
Right, okay, thank you very much, Helen. We have a lovely lady now, Rachel Keller. I'm sure most of you know Rachel. She's got a great story to tell. I'm not going to steal any of her story and tell you anything about it. She's going to do that herself, but she's a very inspirational lady, and I think that everyone will enjoy this. So, Rachel, do you want to unmute yourself?
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, and then we'll let you go.
Okay, so as Claire said, I'm Rachel Keller. Hello, everyone who doesn't know me. Firstly, I'd like to say I've got visions in my head. Have you ever seen the YouTube clip where the guy's doing the news and then the nanny comes in and she's like that with the kids? I've just got visions of something like that happening. I can still hear him playing in bed. So we'll see how far we go. I joined just over 18 months ago with Clean Easy now. At the time, I was just at home with the two boys. I had a partner who was working. They were 3 and 1 at the time. And I wanted to get back to work, but it's quite rural and I didn't have a clue what to do or if I could afford it or how I'd fit everything in. But I was just so bored being mum. It's lovely being mum, don't get me wrong, but there's only so many nursery rhymes you can sing to yourself before you start to lose your sanity. So I was on Facebook and I saw the lovely Claire's Facebook post with all the pictures of the lovely products. Caught my eye straight away, messaged Claire, it sounded brilliant, just what I was looking for, couldn't wait to get started. So I originally joined online, but soon with my welcome rewards, I got hooked. I mean hooked on the books. Absolutely love the books. I can't advise everybody needs to get on the books. They're brilliant tools for your business. So I built up very, very, very slowly, really. The main reasons I joined was to get out of the house and to meet people and get in my local area. So as soon as I got a taste for those books, I didn't really know anybody in the area. I'd moved from Lancashire to the Welsh border. So I really did feel stuck at home before I joined. And it was just great getting out and about and meeting people in the area. And to be honest with you, because I'd done a few other multi-level marketing things, I didn't actually expect to make anything. So when I did start to get the orders and people they were placing orders all right, I was absolutely gobsmacked and I was hooked from there. So very slowly, I built up my personal retail to 13% bonus level. And then my partner jumped on board as well at the time. We then gradually started to build a bit of a team and carry on with our own retail, and we got up to 18% bonus level. And our highest check was £837. Absolutely delighted with that. But then earlier this year, it's been quite tough. We broke up with kids involved. It was really difficult. Completely lost my head for not only Clean Easy, but my personal life, everything. It just hit rock bottom, really. Excuse me. But I never really wanted to give up Clean Easy. I absolutely loved it. My passion was there for it. I believed in it. I knew it worked. But as I say, I just lost my head, really. But with Claire's help, she pointed me in all the right directions, and I started to get into personal development. So Claire showed me how to set goals, how to focus, and change your mindset. And I watched a lot of motivational videos. And Claire, I can't thank you enough for what you did. It's Clean Easy for me. The main thing it's done is it's helped me. Don't get me wrong, the money's nice, but it's the personal development that it's brilliant. I think everybody needs it. So as I say, I started to slowly, stepping stones, pull myself around. I did a lot of goal setting, a lot of soul searching, and gradually I started to build my confidence back up. I carried on building a team. When I lost my head, I got myself into a lot of debt. I'm quite ashamed to say I messed my account up big time. So I've not been doing the books for some time, but stepping stones and setting goals and getting personal life and financial life back on track, I'm happy to say I'm out of that now. which was a big thing for me. It was a huge weight lifted, and if it wasn't for Clean Easy, I don't think I'd have managed to do that. If it wasn't for the help and the guidance and the personal development, I think I'd have just broke down and just never got back up, I'll be honest. But I did, and I'm getting back now. So where I'm at now is I'm continuing to build a team, and I am, although I sound quite nervous, I'm not used to speaking online, I am slowly getting my confidence back and helping others to see that they can develop themselves and grow their teams and do whatever you want to do. And I'm getting back out with my books, which feels absolutely fantastic. I've got so many friends locally, which if it wasn't for Clean Easy, I'd never have met them. I can't walk down the street now in the local village without being swarmed by people going, when are you bringing the book round? Or I've broke up with my husband, or this has happened, or that's happened. And it just helps yourself as well, because everybody's in the same boat. Because when you're in that dark place, you don't realise everybody else has been there either. So getting out there and speaking to people and other team members as well, it's amazing what people's stories are. And yeah, it's fantastic. The team, the Clean Easy, the customers, everybody, it's brilliant. I nearly cried when I was writing all this down and thinking what I was going to say, so I'm not going to cry. But as I say, it's more what personal Clean Easy's done for me. Yeah, the money's nice, don't get me wrong. As I say, biggest income check was 837. I hope to smash that by the end of the year. But as I say, I can't put it into words how much I love Clean Easy. So where I am now is we're doing the books. Well, I'm doing the books, and I am slowly building a team. My top tips would be getting to catalogues. It is hard work and it does take time, but at first you've got to realise you're working now for a better tomorrow. So the work that you put in will come back. Once those customers see you regular, once it takes time, before you know it, it'll just boom, it'll explode. But you've got to keep at it. You can't just put your books out and go, oh, I've got no orders. That doesn't work. It does work. Build a team quickly. I know it's really daunting when you first join and you think, well, I don't know what I'm doing myself, but look at people like Rachel Folger and where she is now. She got stuck in on day one. I wish I had. I really, really do. As I say, I've kept it short and sweet, really. I'm scared to death of them kids bursting through the door going, sweet! I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for listening. And I can see some comments coming up, so thank you, everyone. I'll have a read through those.
Well, thank you very much, Rachel. That was brilliant, and I don't think you'll ever realise how much you inspire people and motivate people. You do me. I don't think I've ever had anybody that pulls on my heartstrings like you do. Honest to God, I think you're such an inspiration. You're dead confident. You've just done that then so confidently. You know, you're happy to share the negative experience as well, and I think that is going to help so many people. I know that you really, really help and support your team in personal ways as well. I know that. I speak to them and tell me how much you're there for them and how much you support them. And I just think that this business is perfect for you, and we're dead proud of you. Well done.
Thank you.
Oh, well done, Rachel. Absolutely brilliant. I'm all emotional watching you. I can't believe the development. You know, I can't believe you've been in for 18 months, first of all, but the development in you is absolutely amazing. It's just lovely to see the confidence, and it's, you know, Clean Easy for me, it changes people's lives. It's more than just a bit of extra money. It's all of this being together and the personal development that goes along the journey. You know, you have such fantastic foundations in your business. You know what you need to do, and when the time is right, you are going to absolutely fly it. So well done. Thank you so much for sharing. Oh, terrible, aren't I?
No, you'll get me going.
I'll probably get everybody going. I'm terrible, aren't I? Right, okay, so our next speaker, we'll move on quickly. Put the next slide on, Claire. And I shall introduce you. So, you know, for those of you that are new that don't know Chris and Claire have been in our business for how long? When was it you started?
4 years.
4 years. And you know what? For the first couple of years, they kind of just plodded along with the business. They kept, here's the trick, here's the thing for Chris and Claire that's there. If there's any sort of secret to it, from day one, they always plugged into the training. They always came along to the meetings. They kept learning. They kept personally developing. And when the time was right for them, they've absolutely took the business by storm. And I mean by storm. What they've achieved in the last few years has been absolutely amazing. Their passion for their team, their passion for their people is shown through the duplication of all of their fantastic leaders. And I just think there's nobody better to tell you about taking your team to the top than our very own Claire Kinsella.
Thank you very much, Helen. Okay, so this training tonight is obviously what it says here, about taking your team to the top. So this is for people that are team building. If you're not team building, you're still happy to, you know, watch and see what it's all about. But what it's about really is, when you think about your team, are you guiding them in the right direction? Are you taking them to the top? Okay, are we doing all the right things? So let me just move this because I can't see. Okay, so it's up to you and not them. Okay, it's all about, like I say, you taking your team to the top now. Okay, so sorry, just one second. So it's time to look in the mirror, guys. Okay, it's time to look at yourself and look at your actions, look at how you are with your team, how you treat your team, are you caring enough for your team? You know, do you take the lead? Do you take the stand on that and take full responsibility and want to lead the way? So your team will always model you, and the speed of the leader is speed of the team. Okay, so if you're not going very fast yourself, the team will probably do the same as you. So our team do as we do and not as we say, and they always duplicate the bad habits quicker than they'll duplicate the good habits. Okay, so you've got to set the pace here, and if you aren't doing a lot of bad habits, you have to remember that your team are going to pick up on that. So you've always got to be showing the right model. Now, what you think about, you bring about. Okay, so this is really, really important. You need to understand that, and if you're thinking that you're leading your team the right way, then you're going to start to do that. But what you've got to remember now is what do you focus on? Okay, so is it at the minute out of stocks? Is it late deliveries? Is it demotivated team members? Is it low income? Is it not happening fast enough for you? Because if this is what your focus is right now, this is what you're going to attract more of. Now, yes, at the minute we've had a lot of out of stock, we've had a lot of late deliveries, we've had a lot of demotivated team members, people's incomes are not quite there as they want them to be at the minute. But there's nothing we can do about that, and we have to find the positive in this. We've got to find our way. You know, one thing I know with all this with the warehouse, yes, it's of course there's been issues, but the way I'm seeing it is that the future is going to be fantastic for us. You know, we're going to have this brand new warehouse. We've got, we're going to have a great system, be able to store much more products, to be able to keep the stock levels high. All of this, all going to be for the better. So all these issues we've gone through, yes, there's been some teething problems getting the warehouse moved, but Don't let that be your focus. It's get over that and just move forward. So one thing I'll say that I think is probably one of the key things, I think, in life, full stop, really, is don't sweat the small stuff. So in this business, in life, in your happiness, you know, in everything, that you need to be able to not let things get to you, and especially not little things. Okay, so if there is a big issue and it is about a product that's out of stock, you know, don't dwell on this. Your whole life's not going to fall apart because one of your products is out of stock. Little things, you can't get to where you want to get. You can't get to the top if you are sweating the small stuff, because they will always hold you back. You've got to have this like say like a triangle of things that you want to achieve, and to get to that top, you're going to go through a lot of rubbish. We went to a millionaires meeting at the weekend, and Helen Allgood said in this business, what's going to determine your success is how much crap you can take. That is the only thing that's going to determine your success. Okay, so all the things that happen to you, you have to be able to handle it if you want to be successful. So you've got to kind of just keep getting through that. So focus on what you want. You know, this was our focus. This time last year, we decided that we wanted to we wanted to move up the pay plan to bronze executive and hold it and get this bonus, which is what we did. So we wouldn't have been able to do that if we focused on all the small things. We also focused on all of these things. Okay, we really wanted the trophy, we really wanted the trip, we really wanted the money, we wanted our other check. These were our focus. So all the little things along the way leading up to this, it didn't matter. It couldn't matter, because if we stopped and thought about all the little things that was going wrong, then we would have never have achieved anything that we wanted to achieve. So we stayed focused, and we had out stocks when we were going for all these things. We had demotivated team members, and we had people that joined and done nothing. Okay, we had all of this, the same as everybody else does, but that wasn't our focus. Okay, we just kind of had to say, okay, so what, move on. There's nothing we can do about any of these issues. You've just got to keep going. You know, advertise the products that are in stock. Keep looking for all the, there's thousands of products there that we sell, and there's lots and lots of lines that are still in stock. So you look for them. Okay, you might have demotivated team members. Work hard at motivating them, and work with the ones that are, working back with you. And we did have people that joined and did nothing, and we still do. It is just the way it is. Some do, some don't. So what? You just have to keep going, and don't let things get to you in that way. If you really want to do something, you'll find a way. Okay, so otherwise you'll find an excuse, and that's just the way it is. If you really want to, you will go and make it happen no matter what. But you have to stay focused at all times. Okay, so this is something that is really important. This is my screensaver on my phone. I think it's something that we have to make sure we're always remembering. We can, wander off. We've got to keep bringing it back to success is never owned, it's only wanted, and the rent is due every single day. We have got to make sure that we don't take anything for granted, and we've just got to keep working this business. Touch on your business every day. So for us, when we were going for those things, what did we focus on? So I've said the things that we didn't focus on. So what did we focus on? Well, we focused on team building. Okay, this was what we wanted to do. We knew we wanted to grow a fast team. So we saw big potential with this. When we first started getting started with Facebook Recruiting, we were getting lots of people join, and this was really exciting because we could see the massive potential here if we just keep this rippling out. How many people can join? How many people can join our team, and so on. We could see how this was going to snowball. Okay, so you got the snowball effect, and it just started to ripple out when we started to work hard. And you know what? We could clearly see our vision, and that carried us through all the hard times, regardless of what was going on around us. We could see where we were going, and that was just dragging us through it. So you have to stay locked on targets. So if you've got a certain target and you want it, it doesn't always go to plan. Most people, well, you'll fail your way to success. Most people are going to fail lots and lots of times. And the more successful someone is, the more they've actually failed. but it just means that you've just got to keep locking back on target. So if you're going for a bonus level and you don't quite hit it, don't give up and think, I didn't hit that bonus level. It's like, right, well, next month I'm going to get it. And even if you don't, right, next month I'm going to get it. And you stay, no matter whether you hit your goals or not, you've got to stay locked on that target. So when the vision on the inside is more compelling than the vision on the outside, that is true mastery. Okay, so regardless, again, like I say, of what's going on around you, if you can still keep that vision going and let that lead you along the way, then you will get to where you want to. But it's all with starting the momentum. Okay, so you've got to keep momentum going to get this going, and momentum definitely started to get going in our business when we really got focused on it. And we said, right, let the team building commence. We started with this attitude, and I can't see because my things in the way. I think I need to start. Oh, yeah. So we started this attitude in 2015, and as a team, we sponsored 104 people in 2015. So that's us and our team members. 69 of them come from us. And we had 6 people in our team at the time growing their own teams. Okay. In 2016, we had 609 people join our team. We sponsored in 88 of them, and we had 68 people growing teams of their own. Now that's a massive difference, yeah, over the year. Now this slide needs updating because this is an old training, but it says here, so far this year we have had 669 people. 40 they were from us, and 90 are people in our team of team building. I think we're on about 900 people now that have joined our team, and we've got over 100 people team building. Now, can you see the difference each year and how this is rippling out? And it started off with just us. You know, 2014 was the year we started to start sponsoring. 2015 was the year we went gold. Okay, so there was only 6 people that year that sponsored in the entire year. So you can see how this is really starting to pick up, and it's really exciting to see where it's going. But you know what? You've got to enjoy the game of sponsoring. You've got to make sponsoring fun. Okay, don't overcomplicate it. Don't overcomplicate it in your own head. Don't panic that you think you don't know enough, that you're not good enough, that you don't know how to look after the team. It's really, really simple. You know, you just bring them in, you point them in the right direction. We've got a really simple system. Now, some people, you know, at times might think, oh, it's really simple, and I don't know, you know, is that all you have to do? And it literally is all you have to do. We have to keep it that simple so that anyone can copy. You can't expect everyone to come in and suddenly become a great leader from day one and know everything about the business, because they don't need to. All we have to do in this business is sell some stuff and share a great idea with other people, and that is it. Okay, just keep repeating that and repeating that. Again, from the weekend, something Helen Allgood said I thought was really good. If you want to grow a business, all you've got to do is retail 10%, then teach 10%, read some books and attend some meetings, and that's it. You just got to, it's really simple, and you just got to remember that and stick with it. So don't overcomplicate things, like I've just said there. We are a network marketing company. Yes, we're a retailer company as well, but we are a network marketing company. So just keep sharing this idea, keep telling everyone that you know. But it all starts with you, okay? You have to take the lead. You have to lead from the front, and you have to be the nicest person that you can be, but the strongest as well. And I think this is really important, because if you want people to follow you, you've got to be a nice person, haven't you? Because you won't want to follow you if you don't like it. So you've got to be nice with everyone, but at the same time, you've got to be strong. And then guess what? People will want to copy you. Okay, they'll want to be like you. So you just do that. You just do your work and just lead from the front in that way, and people will just copy you. Don't worry about people not copying you at first. Like I say, in 2015, when we only had 6 people copy us through that year, we went gold. We qualified for India. We qualified for Paris. We qualified for Jamaica. We won the 30-30 minute, and we got a £1,500 check. That was with not that many people copying us. So you can get all these things on your own, you doing the work, and when you start to do that, people will just want to copy you and be like you. But you have to remember that it takes time, okay? So you have to develop patience. This, again, is really, really important. Everything has to go through a gestational period to develop. You know, you've got to, it's just the way nature is, the way life is. You don't instantly become a great leader or a millionaire overnight. It's something, unless you're in the lottery, but it's something that you've got to start to work, and like I say, you reap what you sow. You've just got to keep working at it. But something that you've got to look at now is, who do you want to be followed by? Okay. So what type of person wants to follow you? Okay. Sorry, would that type of person want to follow you? So you've got to think about the perfect distributor here. You've got to think about all the perfect traits that you want in cleaning, you want them to have. And then you've got to think, would they want to follow you? How do you portray yourself? Okay. Do you care what people think about you? Because lots of people will say, I don't care what they think about me. I don't care what anyone thinks about me. And you know what? In some ways, to some extent, yeah, other people's opinions don't always matter. But in this type of business, in this industry, it really matters what people think about you, because you're advertising your life for people to want to kind of be like you. That's what you're doing. You're marketing yourself for people to want to join your business and want to be able to do what you do. So it's really important that you do actually think what people think about you. So remember, you're being watched at all times. Facebook, if you're someone that is complaining on Facebook, I'm telling you now, people will just they'll switch off, because people who want to join you will want to join you because they think your life looks fantastic. Okay? Even if it's not, you've just got to make sure that you're portraying yourself, that your life looks good, so that someone wants to be like you. They will not want to be like you if you're a complainer. Okay, if you moan about things because your life is not fun. So only by giving are you able to receive more than you already have. So by giving to your team, all the time, just give, and do what you can. I know that we can all be busy. We lead busy lives. I lead a busy life, okay? But we have to do as much as we possibly can when we can in the pocket time we have. Okay, so attitude is a magnet. What you think about, you attract. Okay, so when you're hungry, okay, when you are unstoppable, you will attract the same type of people. If you're not bothered and you're lazy about it, and you're not, they're the type of people that you'll attract. But when you want this and you work hard and you go out there and you get it, then people will start joining your team. And another thing that I think is like a really top tip is help as many people as you can on the way to the top. There is no room for selfishness, or just thinking about yourself, and you've got to help everyone. Just help everyone, because the more you help, the more it'll come back to you, the more that you will get from it. So that's it. That's me done. We've got this show. Yeah, well done.
You moved me when I was unmuting myself, and I was like, where have I gone?
Oh.
Oh, that was brilliant, Claire. I love the saying that you say, success is never owned, it's only ever rented. And it is, we pay it through our effort and hard work, don't we, every day? I think that's one of the fantastic little sayings. I know you say that quite often, but it's dead true. And I'm sure all of you that have seen that tonight, and all of you that know Claire, understand totally why Chris and Claire have built a business to where they have, because they genuinely just care about people. They are just absolutely the loveliest people you could want to meet. They've charged themselves all through all sorts of challenges. People say, my cat's died. Well, I know we've had a cat that's died, haven't we, Claire? And I know we've had family members as well that have passed away, and all sorts of things that some other people will say, I can't do it because of this. But I know they set their goals on that target, that £10,000 check, and it was do or die, whatever it took. And you achieve that goal with, absolute respect from the team and the network. So thank you. I'm dead emotional today. It must be the time of the month or something. Or it's just me. But that was brilliant. Thank you for sharing that. I know you say some of the same things in some of your trainings, but I don't think I've actually seen that training. I think you've done that on one of the Vista Group ones when we couldn't join that. So, yeah, so much emotion tonight, Julie. It is emotional because people that you love and care about, when you see that growth and development and achieving things, it's just, I guess a massive part of this business. And anybody can, if they provide, prepared to do whatever it takes to reach their goals. We all have different goals. We all have different stuff going on, but when you want to, just follow that lead if that's what you want. But brilliant. Oh, okay. Does anybody want to ask any questions, or does it about the training or about anything? If you're not confident enough to unmute yourself and speak, you can write in the chat and we'll ask the questions for you. So many lovely comments on here tonight. We have to get a box of tissues every time we come on the Zoom, don't we? I've got a box of them by the side of the bed here wherever to sit, just for Zoom.
I've got a question. I mean, it's a bit of advice, really. I mean, I'm doing really well with sales and things like that, but it tends to be more like family and friends, people we're just talking to. I struggle to find the motivation to just post on Facebook every day. Like, it just seems, at the minute, it just seems to be like an effort. I'm really struggling to sort of push myself to just go on Facebook every day or in my group and post, because it just doesn't seem to get anywhere. I'll post interaction posts and it just doesn't seem to be getting anything, so I just don't see the point in posting adverts, if that makes sense.
I think your attitude about it as well can have a lot to do with it. I don't mean that in a negative way, but sometimes you've got, if you don't believe that it's working. So, like, for example, you're thinking, I can't be bothered doing that because it's not working. So it's not going to have the same, when you're fired up and you're all like, yeah, I'm going to do this and it's going to work, and it's not working right now, but it will, and you keep going and you're all fired up, that's when you tend to find. But when your attitude's a little bit more like, it's not working, you don't tend to put as much effort in, and then you don't tend to get as much results. And it is a funny one. Have you tried, like, what type of interaction posts are you doing? Are you doing them often?
I do like one every couple of days. I mean, like Mum's just said in the chat, I have just started a job as well, so I'm like working like 5-6 days a week. And then by the time, I mean, I only do till dinner time, so it's like by the time I finish work at 1 o'clock, it's like, is it too late to be posting? I just like, I'll post a game or something like that. Some of the funny games, like, what's your funny name or something like that, or something, and it gets people going. But then I think, right, while people are doing that, I'll post an advert in, and that just seems to fall flat, and then nobody bothers. It's just sort of.
You got many in your group?
I was just going to ask that.
About 580 something.
Okay. What I do is I try and build your group up even more, and maybe do some competitions, do a giveaway, and do something. Even if it's something like, even if you go and spend like about £4 and go and buy £4, £1 scratch cards or something, because they tend to work well. But do a competition to get people to add members, but keep doing like a running commentary on it. Like, if you do something along the lines of, for every 10 people you add, you get a ticket into a draw. And then if you keep updating, right, Sue's got 2 tickets, and Joan's got 1 ticket, and keep doing that all the time, it gets more people commenting, but people start, we want to get more tickets, and they all start getting competitive and everything. And if you keep doing that and keep doing an update, then if you get loads of people in there, then whilst you're getting the people in there, you can start adding in competitions, like, to see who the most active is. That works with your group insights, and then more people start commenting then.
Yeah, well, I did that last month for the most active, and I said whoever obviously was the most active at the end of the month got 10% off the next order. And I did it and tagged the winner, and she was dead excited, and she asked for a book, and she's just not ordered anything.
Okay.
She's like, she's not had the 10% off because she's not ordered anything.
Yeah, I think it's all about the price. It's all about the price. It's got to be something that's quite appealing, and it's got to be something that's appealing to everyone. So sometimes people will do a prize. It might be some cream that they've got left over from a return, and it might not be as appealing, and if it is, it's not going to be appealing to certain men. Where we found what works well is chocolate. Chocolate really works well, and scratch cards or some of the nice.
Say chocolate wouldn't last long in my house. I wouldn't be able to do chocolate because it just wouldn't. It wouldn't be there by the time the competition was over.
A good one is off eBay. You can buy like a chocolate bouquet. It's like a box filled with chocolates and things, and you just ordered it and it's sent to the person. You don't even need to have it in your house. And you can get
yeah, but then I'd want to order one for myself, so then I'm just wasting more money. Yeah. But no, I mean, like I said, like personal sales, like offline, the family and friends are doing great. I mean, those jewellery advent calendars, they literally, family and friends have ripped my hand off for them. They're amazing. But I want to try and, I don't want to I want to focus more online with being in work. I don't know what days off I've got and things like that. So I don't want to commit too much to books because I don't know when I'm going to be able to get them out and get them in and things like that. So I want to keep that just sort of a small circle with books and focus more online. But it's just sort of finding the motivation and knowing what to post, because it's like I don't know who my target audience is. I don't know. At the minute, it's such a random handful of people who are interacting in the group, and I literally don't know what to sort of.
Just keep an eye on the company top sellers.
Yeah.
What's selling. Just got to keep working at it, and you'll get there.
How long have you been doing it, Sarah? How long have you had your group, and when did you start?
Well, the group, I was with another company, so I already had the group open from that. But I think it's been, how long's it been now, Mum? I'm still in my first 30 days.
Oh, so you're very new. You know, I think you're being a little bit unfair on yourself because it takes time for things to build up, and you know, you'll hear us talking all the time, Sarah, about consistency and persistency is what builds the momentum up. I mean, there's loads of people on here tonight, and I don't know if anybody wants to come and share any of their top tips to help Sarah. But I would say, you know, one of the biggest things that people do struggle with, it's mastering the mundane. And for some people, it's not exciting posting on Facebook. I struggle with that. But you've just also got, you know, there is mastering the mundane to every task in life, in every job in life. There's boring bits that we don't like, that we have to do, that are just part of that job. Try to make it exciting as you can for yourself, and maybe you need to sit down one day a week and just plan what you're going to do ahead of the week. So organize, maybe do themes, so you do butterflies one day or fairies the next day, and put them and get your posts sort of almost ready and organized when you do have a bit of an afternoon or a Sunday off, so that you're organized for the week, so you know what you're doing what day. And also, my other tip, you mentioned about coming home from work and thinking, is it a bit too late? I know there's people that post at 2 o'clock in the morning and they're still getting sales because people are on Facebook 24 hours a day, depending on
I mean, that's what I mean. It's I finish work. I mean, it's like I say, I only do mornings, so it's an afternoon, and I think by that point, everybody else is already in work and stuff like that. And then by the time they're getting the kids from school, it's tea time, and then by the time I know everyone's sat down and put the kids to bed, I've already put mine to bed, and then I'm sat there thinking at 7:30, is it too early for me to go to bed myself? So
I really wouldn't worry about the times.
I'd just say stop thinking.
Yeah, you want to think it.
Everything and don't do the thinking bit. Just do the posting, because if you get into routine of doing the posting, you know, and get that regular, things will happen anyway. So we always think what other people are thinking and doing, you know, but you best just crack on with it, and you do well.
Sarah, can I just say, Claire will tell you, and so will Hannah, I was exactly the same as you when I first started, thinking about everything, analysing absolutely everything. And the only way that I've managed to progress is just by letting go. Like Helen, Angie and Claire have said, it's just, don't think about the times. I now do most of my best recruitment and business, like Helen said, 1 o'clock in the morning. you know, and also as well in regards to your group, my group was taking a nosedive at summer. It was really, really going downhill. And it was just Claire mentioning off the cuff, oh, you're really funny, Sarah, do a live. And it was that turned that around for me. So I think tune into your best asset, have a think about what your best asset is and what you bring to your business that is different and above the crowd from everybody else. And that in itself it worked for me, and I'm sure it's worked for a lot of people. It'll definitely turn your group around. If you see more of you, and I talk to my group as their friends, I know loads of us do, and I have a laugh and a joke, and quite often you can see more conversation about how are you, how's your day, how's your dog, rather than how much is that bed set, please, you know. So yeah, just give that a try, and that really worked for me. It really, really did. It's just getting over that overthinking, really.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it is, and it is just the online stuff that sort of seems to be, because I mean, I put a post in the group the other day saying I've got a table booked for the for a ladies' night at a local place here, so you know, I know I can get a few things on order, and I know you know, I'd already say Mum's my sponsor, and she's already given me a list as long as my arm of recommendations of what to put on my table and things like that, and what she knows is going to sell. So offline, I'm doing really well. I seem to be doing well offline, which is great, but I've just not got the time to put all the time into the books. So online would be better for me. I just don't know how to sell myself online.
I think that'll grow with time, Sarah. I think don't beat yourself up. You're very, very new to the business. It takes time for us all to build that momentum up in the business. So, you know, we always say in the business, focus on the activity and the results will come. I think you've just got to be kind of a bit blinkered with, you know, not getting results, and just keep doing, keep picking up, you know, looking what's selling really well in some of the other groups. Keep coming on to the training, keep picking tips up, keep trying new ideas, and it will just come. It will just come. It's just the testing frustration stage that you're going through right now.
Yeah, I think it doesn't help. I've just started work as well, so I'm in a new job. I've been out of work for 5 years since before I had my first, so I've now got 2 kids, a job, and I'm doing this as well. So it's all a bit.
Find your feet. That's just getting yourself in a routine.
Get yourself a written plan. You know, write down what your plan is for the week. If you know what your shifts are and you know what you're doing. I work full time, Sarah. I've got 4 kids and a house to run, and that, you know, you just have to manage your time. And prioritise what you need to do with your income producing activities in your business if you want it to grow and give you the goals that you want it to give you. You know, and some of the income producing assets are not exciting, so you just have to do them first. We always say eat that frog. There's a book about procrastination. Do the thing that you don't want to do and get it done, because you'll feel great when you've done it. And if you do that first, then you can do all of the other things that might be a bit more appealing.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a little question from Bianca. She's asking, I know we've got a little video on the competitions that we run in the group. There's a way that we can find who's added the most people. There's a little video, isn't there? Can we tag, I'm not sure if Bianca's sponsor or who Bianca's team's in, but can we tag Bianca into the post to show her how to, you know, it shows you how to see who's done the most people on a competition as well. We've had some great comments in there. Lisa said, you know, start slowly every day, and then, you know, set a goal to post at least, oh, that's moved, once a week, once a day, twice a day, and keep it growing. You know, it is the momentum. Definitely, it's a numbers game with posting online, and it's a numbers game with the catalogues as well. Whatever side of the business, the more you do, the more results you're going to get, Sarah.
Yeah, that's great. Thanks, everyone. Feel a little bit better now.
Good.
I think it helps knowing it's not just you that's going through it. It's, I think, especially when you see people who are like really successful as well, and it's like you know that it is normal.
It is normal. It is normal. You're just going through the sort of frustration side of the business, and once you get through that, then it gets easier, doesn't it? So there's quite a few people leaving us. Good night if you're going. Has anybody got any more questions?
Just going off topic totally and non Clean and just you can see Francis and Kira's on. What's it like over in Ireland with the storms, Francis?
Kind of calming down. It's not as bad, but the schools are staying shut tomorrow, and they've left it up to colleges and creches to decide whether they want to shut tomorrow or not. So I think a lot of colleges are going ahead and opening, but I think it kind of depends. The south got it really bad this morning and then kind of started to calm down, whereas kind of then the more northern we went, the worse it kind of got throughout the day. But there has been 3 people killed. One was from a tree that fell on a car. Sorry. One was from a guy that was trying to put down a fallen tree and the chainsaw slipped. There's been, I think, 2 schools that's like lost their roofs and stuff like that. A lot of people are without power, but I think as an overall, I think it's a lot better than what they expected.
Yeah. It's getting really windy here now. There's fence panels are starting to rattle and stuff outside. I don't think we're going to get it anywhere near as bad as what you guys have had it, but it's pretty scary, isn't it?
Yeah.
The sky has been really orange here all day.
It's been really weird here, actually, Kira. It's been like almost like it's going to start snowing. You know that funny pink, orange
like
sky that you get?
ring around the sun, wasn't there?
Yeah, and it's been dead windy, but dead warm with it, hasn't it? It's been really funny, really funny.
Yeah, that's what we found here this morning. It was nearly like you wanted to open the windows because it was warm, but you couldn't open the windows or else then everything was flying all over the place. But I think now what they're kind of saying is it's more the fallen trees and the leaves that are starting to be a bigger issue because roads are so slippy and a lot of them are blocked, and a lot of the electricity wires got broken. There was a lot of live wires down and stuff like that, so that's been hard as well. But I think I'm back at work tomorrow.
Good.
Is there interference on my sound, Andrew?
Yeah. Speaking.
Can you hear me properly, Claire? Andrew keeps saying this to me. You can't hear me.
I can hear you clearly, just some interference on it. That's
Oh. Well, there's lots of nice new faces on here. It's lovely to see our new team members, isn't it? Not that you've all got your faces on here quite yet, but we'll work on that if you've got cameras. It is great to just be able to sort of see what's going on and ask any questions and get to know us as a team. We're like one big happy family, all wanting one another to do well, aren't we?
Who's coming to the key meeting? Is anybody local? Well, not local because people are travelling from Wales and everywhere, but
I know Angela said today she's going to join us.
Yeah, I'm going to say Angela and mine are coming out.
Yeah, brilliant.
Keith's coming as well, isn't he?
Keith and Sam, yeah, Keith and Sam for the first time.
Where do you live, Keith?
Yes, in Swansea.
Where?
Swansea.
Swansea.
That's a hell of a journey. Brilliant.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to come up too.
Oh, hi, Sarah.
Yeah, brilliant.
Betty's operation was cancelled. And
Okay.
then it was her birthday, because her birthday is on the Tuesday, the following Tuesday. But I'm really hoping to come up. I have to see if I can sort of dodge a party for the Sunday. So, but yeah, I'm fingers crossed. I really need a meeting now because I've missed quite a few now. So I need to plug back in the meeting. So I'm really fingers crossed nothing goes wrong this time. I'm really hoping.
And the meeting with you as well, so that'd be brilliant if you can get there.
And Jen Potter's put she's hoping to come as well for the first time. So we'll have
Come in,
Not the
great.
first time, she's been before.
Jen's come to the first one of the Matrix.
Yes,
Memento.
come to the focus group.
Yeah, you've been to the focus group one. But,
Good.
it's very exciting. We've got quite a lot of people already, got a big list of names. Very exciting.
We're going to have to shoot because Alice is woken up. But
All
thank
right,
you very much.
darling. Oh,
I'm sorry, I've not been on, but I've been listening the whole time. I've just been sorting out deliveries and everything.
it's okay. No, that's great. You
Good
take
night.
care. I know you're
Got a
busy
big
at the
box.
weekend, so we'll see you soon.
Good
Oh, bro,
night.
thank you. Night, guys.
Good
Night,
night.
Harriet. So you're coming up on the train, are you, Keith? Got quite a few people come by the train. Are you coming into the is it the Runcorn East station? You'll have to message us and let us know which station it's at.
Can someone pick up Rachel Keller?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got Cheryl coming as well, so we'll need to do a pick up from Runcorn East. That's why I'm asking about the station. So
Right.
we can try and organise a lift with everybody that's there, 'cause it's only round the corner. So anybody that's coming on the train, if you can let us know that and your times and stuff, then we will try our best to sort out stuff to get you from the train station.
Don't forget pay in advance because it's £3.50 instead of £5 on the day as well. So we might as well save a couple of quid.
Yeah.
Right, are we done?
I think so.
Any more?
Claire's got some very busy stuff that she needs to be going and getting organised for a very big, exciting day tomorrow.
I don't know how I'm going to sleep. You know,
Do you want some of my sleeping pills, Claire?
I think I'm going to need them, and I can't cope. And then before I bought some balloons to put on the suitcases, and I already found them on the balloons. And I've had to just like make up an excuse that I bought them for my friend and hid them so that Louis didn't think they were for him. I'm like, oh, this has been so hard. And then Chris is taking the hamsters to his dad's, and he says to the kids, "The hamster's going now, kids." And I'm like, they're going, "Why is the hamster going?" And I'm thinking, why is he saying that? Just keep on slipping up and saying things, and I'm like, oh. So stressed. So anyone that doesn't know that I'm going to Florida in the morning to Disneyland, and the kids don't know.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
This was what the 10k check was for. We'll have to type it in.
So, sorry, Frank, did you not? Oh, yeah. I missed it. I'm going to. I don't want anyone to know. I'm going to Florida. I'm trying to whisper. Oh, God.
So this was like the 10k check, guys. It was more than the 10k check. There's a reason behind it.
Yeah. So we're all going to bed early now because the dentist at 7:30 in the morning.
Oh, how exciting.
We're going to the dentist.
Big goal for the family.
So,
Amazing how you drive when your reasons why is behind your children.
yeah, that's it.
How long are you going for, Claire?
2 weeks.
Oh wow, amazing.
So guys, she is on holiday.
But
I need anybody.
And we're here.
We're here.
I will still be available. I've been checking out. I can get Wi-Fi and.
Message me and Helen first.
Yes, we're the first port of call if you need anybody. Because they've worked so damn hard for this, they need to go and enjoy it now. Keep on. I'll message you, lovey, later about the trains.
I don't think I'll be able to go on Zoom because it was 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, the time difference. We don't expect you to be on Zoom.
I'll work it out.
We just want a big story when you come back and lots of pictures.
Okay.
Everything on mute until you get back.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll all cope for 2 weeks without you. Just about, so don't not come back.
Am I too old to be adopted by Chris and Claire?
No, my son is the same age as you.
Brilliant. Can you adopt me in the morning and bring me, please?
Sarah said the same.
Claire, I have just asked my mum if you can adopt me. I'm sure we can have the papers signed before 7:30 tomorrow.
Oh, it's so exciting. When are you telling them?
In the morning when I get up to go to the dentist.
Oh my god. You'll have to video it because we all want to see now.
I will. I think the advert's going to be getting our Ellie out of bed without. I'm not. Stop asking questions.
Wait, how are they going to have time to pack?
I've done it. I'm doing it by the day.
They've been sneaking around.
Every single word.
Oh, shh.
Night.
Well, we better say goodbye before anything else slips out.
Oh, it'd be amazing.
Oh, have a good time.
I'll keep you all informed.
Let us know. Want to see a video?
Okay.
Well, good night, everybody.
Okie dokie.
We'll see you all next week.
Bye.
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 Speak soon.